Somebody said, hi, Bruce, I purchased both of your foundations and documentation. They've been great help as far as my new role. And I have my first meeting with a stakeholder. This dude took my course and he got a job doing risk management framework, ISO work. And then he had his first meeting with the stakeholders. And he asked me, hey, Bruce, do you have any advice on what to do? Any recommendations? And essentially I said to listen to the stakeholders. I said that, it's a team effort. Like whenever you're going forward with managing the risk on a system and fixing the security posture of a system, it's a team effort. It's not just you. When I first started doing this, I would get stressed out because I was kind of looking at it kind of like a cop. My background is I used to be a cop. When I went into cybersecurity, I kind of approached it that way, and you can't do it like that because in cybersecurity, it's the organization's responsibility. That's not just you. That means everyone's responsibility to get security, to manage the risk effectively. So make sure, like when you have your stakeholders, you're working with them to get the documentation that you need, because you're not a subject matter expert on all things. You might have a firewall group. You might have somebody who's an expert on encryption, somebody who's an expert on remote management services, whatever, right? All of these people are coming together to manage the risk, and all you're doing is kind of guiding everybody in the right direction so that they know that there's these security controls that need to be in place. Like for example, you might have to explain to them, hey, we have these AU controls, and you get with your system administrator to tell them, hey, we're supposed to be monitoring anytime the users misauthenticate. It's supposed to go into the logs, but I'm not seeing that in the logs on our servers, and you would just work with them. It's not your job to force this guy to do this. He has a manager. The organization is going to enforce that guy to do that. You're just giving guidance to the organization to say, here's what we're supposed to be doing. And another thing that I told him was that you got to be calm. Another thing about this career field is it can be very stressful because you're dealing with all kinds of people. You're not only dealing with all three tiers of the organization, your C-level, your managers, and your operational users, right? You have to manage different people's attitudes. You have to manage their expectations. You're dealing with cybersecurity, which could deal with millions of dollars worth of services, millions of dollars worth of assets. So stress can be a factor. And you get people who panic, people who want to attack you for being the bearer of bad news if the system didn't pass a certification, or if the system lacking a certain security feature and now we have to spend 3 months to fix it or whatever. So what I've learned to do is just be calm in every situation. Just realize that it's about the process itself. Don't take it personal. If it's a good process, it's supposed to be the thing that manages the security. That's what risk management framework is all about. And so that is not something you do by yourself. Don't take things personal. Stick with the process and trust your stakeholders, because they are the subject matter experts on firewalls, on access control, on auditing. You need to pluck their brains, pull from them, and that's how you tighten up the security of the system or document the security of the system. It's not just you.